Hello there, friends. My name is Sean O'Connell, the managing director here at CinemaBlend, and I am working my way through every single episode of Game of Thrones leading up to the beginning of Season 8. Thank you so much for following along on this journey and for enjoying the way that these videos are expertly edited together. I cannot give a big enough shout out to our video team here at CinemaBlend who do a brilliant job with these recaps. We are up to Season 4, Episode 6. It's called The Laws of God and Men. We are sprinting through Season 4. Because you're going to want to follow along with all of these, do me a favor, go down, hit subscribe, turn on your notifications. Every time we post a new video, you will be alerted to it. So let's get right into Season 4, Episode 6, The Laws of Gods and Men. Ooh, man, look at this. Wow, what a location. This is Bravos? Could be Davos in Bravos. I hate myself for making that joke.
Welcome to the Iron Bank. What can we do for you, Lord Stannis?
This is Stannis of the House Baratheon, King of the Andals and the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms and Protector of the Realm.
The Iron Throne is currently occupied by Tommen of the House Baratheon, King of the Andals and the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms and Protector of the Realm. I'm afraid we must respectfully decline your request.
Who's the real power in King's Landing?
Tywin Lannister.
When Tywin's gone, who do you back?
That is a problem for another time.
Begging your pardon, I think it's a problem for now. There's only one reliable leader left in Westeros. Stannis. He's got the birthright. He's in his prime. He's a tried and tested battle commander, and he doesn't just talk about paying people back, he does it. Davos. We sail at sunrise. We. You, me, we.
In the box, you'll find a special gift, Theon's favorite toy. Leave the North now, or more boxes will follow with more Theon.
They skinned our countrymen, and they mutilated my brother, your prince. I'm here for Theon Greyjoy. Take me to the dungeons.
He's not in the dungeons.
Oh, he's kept moving animals. Alright.
It's me, Yara.
You can't trick me. Tell him you couldn't trick me.
I'm not tricking you, Theon. I'm saving you.
Theon. Read me. I've always been me.
This is turning into a lovely evening.
Give me my brother, and no more of your men will die.
How fast can you run?
Make for the ship, now.
For your brother.
My brother's dead.
Oh, Lord. Wow.
I have a treat for you.
Wow.
They wanted to take you away. And you didn't let them. It's a bath for you.
This lunatic.
Because I need you to do something for me. Something very important. There's a castle, you see. Some bad men hold this castle. I need your help to take this castle back. I need you to play a role.
Pretend to be who?
Theon Greyjoy.
Oh, damn. Save that dragon budget. Really impactful shot. What a set.
He is a goat herd.
It
It was your dragons, he says. They came this morning for his flock. Tell this man I am sorry for his hardship, but I will see he has paid their value 3 times over.
Grimoire.
My father, one of Meereen's most respected and beloved citizens, oversaw the restoration and maintenance of its greatest landmarks.
For that, he has my gratitude. I should be honored to meet him.
You have, your grace. You crucified him. My father spoke out against crucifying those children.
I am sorry you no longer have a father, but my treatment of the masters was no crime.
Your grace, I ask that you order these men taken down so that they might receive proper burials.
And what of the slave children these noble Meereenese crucified?
Your grace, I cannot defend the actions of the masters. I can only speak to you as a son who loved his father.
Bury your father.
Lord Tywin, it's a great honour to have been granted a seat on this council.
Trial begins this afternoon. We only have the morning for affairs of state.
My birds tell me the hound slaughtered 5 of our soldiers.
What would it take to make the common soldier stupid enough to try his luck with the hound?
10 silver stacks seems a generous bounty.
Make it 100.
More whispers from the east, my lord.
The Targaryen girl.
Don't tell me you're worried about a child halfway across the world.
A child with 2 seasoned warriors counseling her, and a powerful army at her back, Your Grace.
But Varys is
dragons!
Can your little birds find their way into Meereen?
Most certainly, my Lord Hand.
Lord Tyrell, be a good man. Fetch my quill and paper.
Everybody is interested in something.
Not me. When I see what desire does to people, what it's done to this country, I am very glad to have no part in it.
Besides, the absence of desire leaves one free to pursue other things.
Such as?
How do you guys not love Tyrion? He's the best character on this show.
I, Tommen of the House Baratheon, do hereby recuse myself from this trial. Tywin of the House Lannister will sit as judge in my stead. With him, Prince Oberyn of the House Martell and Lord Mace of the House Tyrell.
Tywin will not find Tyrion guilty.
Stand accused by the Queen Regent of regicide. Did you kill King Joffrey?
No.
Did your wife, the Lady Sansa?
Not that I know of.
The Crown may call its first witness.
Once we'd got King Joffrey safely away from the mob, the imp rounded on him. He slapped the king across the face and called him a vicious idiot and a fool.
Grand Maester, you have a lot of poison in your store.
My stores were plundered.
By whom?
By the accused, Tyrion Lannister, after he had me wrongfully imprisoned. This was found on the body of Dontos Hollard, seen spiriting Sansa Stark away from the feast. She wore this necklace. Residue of the most rare and terrible poison was found inside.
I will hurt you for this. A day will come when you think you are safe and happy, and your joy will turn to ashes in your mouth, and you'll know the debt is paid.
Your own brother said this to you.
Shortly before the Battle of Blackwater Bay.
Do you remember the precise nature of this threat?
I'm afraid I do, my lord. He said perhaps you should speak more softly to me then. Monsters are dangerous, and just now kings are dying like flies.
May I ask the witness one question? You once said that without me, this city would have faced certain defeat. Have you forgotten, Lord Varys?
Sadly, my lord, I never forget a thing.
This isn't a trial, it's a farce. Cersei has manipulated everything, and you know it.
I know nothing of the sort.
You've always hated Tyrion.
He killed his king.
As did I.
What happens to my dynasty if I spare the life of my grandson's killer?
It survives. Through me. I'll leave the King's Guard. I'll take my place as your son and heir if you let Tyrion live.
Done.
Wow, that was easy.
When the testimony is concluded and the guilty verdict rendered, Tyrion will be given the chance to speak. He'll plead for mercy. I'll allow him to join the Night's Watch.
This was his ploy all along.
You're going to be found guilty.
Oh, you think so?
And when you are, you need to enter a formal plea for mercy and ask to be sent to the wall. Father's agreed to it.
Crown may call its next witness.
Shay?
Do you swear by all the gods that your testimony will be true and honest?
I swear it.
This man stands accused of murdering King Joffrey. What do you know of this?
I know that he's guilty. He and Sansa planned it together.
Silence!
He stole poison from the Grand Mesa's chamber to put in Joffrey's wine.
How could you possibly know all this? Why would he reveal such plans to his wife's maid?
I wasn't just her maid. I was his whore.
I beg your pardon?
He stole me. I was with another man, a knight in your lordship's army. But when Tyrion arrived at the camp, he sent one of his cutthroats into our tent.
Shay, why?
He broke the knight's arm and brought me to Lord Tyrion. You belong to me now, he said. I want you to fuck me like it's my last night in this world. He ordered me to call him my lion, so I did. I took his face in my hands and said, I am yours and you are mine.
Shay, please don't.
I am a whore. Remember? That was before he married Sansa, but she wouldn't let him in her bed, so he promised to kill King Joffrey for her.
I wish to confess. I saved you. I should have let Stannis kill you all.
Do you wish to confess? You admit you poisoned the king?
No, of that I'm innocent. I'm guilty of a far more monstrous crime. I'm guilty of being a dwarf.
Have you nothing to say in your defense?
Nothing but this. I did not do it. I did not kill Joffrey, but I wish that I had. Watching your vicious bastard die gave me more relief than 1,000 lying whores.
I wish I was the monster you think I am.
I will not give my life for Joffrey's murder, and I know I'll get no justice here, so I will let the gods decide my fate. I demand a trial by combat.
Oh god, is he gonna have to fight Jaime? Oh my god. No! No! That episode could have gone on for another hour. That is Game of Thrones at its best. That entire episode, The Laws of God and Men, which is fascinating to me because if you were to ask me at like what type of throne stories do I prefer, and I like the supernatural magic north of the wall element more than the political, and yet this one was all political. This one was all King's Landing, and it was all the Lannisters. But it shows that when it's those actors, especially Dinklage, who just... Peter Dinklage, I forget how many Emmys he won for playing Tyrion Lannister, but it's not enough. Shay, the line when Dinklage says, "Shay, please don't," that's so heartbreaking. And it is funny to find out that Tywin, this whole kangaroo court has been staged so that Tywin would get what he wanted in the long run the whole time. He would get Tyrion sent away to the wall where he'd rot, and he'd get Jaime at Casterly Rock, which is what he wanted in the first place, carrying on the Lannister name. Some other major developments from this episode, though this episode was largely focused on Tyrion, which it should be, because that's just a fascinating subplot for this season and the show in general. But Oberyn is on the Small Council, and the Small Council starts to learn about Dany and how she's growing her army. Tywin starts to pay attention. Yara gets to the point on her mission where she thinks she's going to be able to rescue her brother, and turns out Reek is too far gone. Right? Reek is, and this is what I love about this performance. Theon has gone through such an arc, and he's just giving this incredible performance, just this really devastating performance. And what I love about it is it kind of shows, and multiple people have had to do this, including Jaime Lannister and Tyrion to a certain extent. And you get hired to play one thing, right? But I guess the creators, over the course of the time that you're with them, realize that your toolbox is filled, and they take you down different avenues, and then you have to sell all another emotions and angles. And now that Theon is Reek, we're seeing a totally different side of him. And the scene in the bath was just brutal, the way that he flinched at the touch. And it's just, I'm not quite sure where that's going. But Yara says, "My brother's dead." So that mission seems to be gone. I don't know where Ramsay's going with this whole plot, but we'll see. And the other major part, beyond the fact that Dany's recognizing how difficult it is to be a ruler, a leader, but she's trying, and she's showing some compassion to the people and figuring out the type of leader that she's going to be. But again, now she's got Tywin on her scent, and she's going to have to deal with that eventually, is that we finally got to see the Iron Bank. And Davos makes a pitch for Stannis, and it seems to succeed because they look like they're being bankrolled. And I stand by the fact that the Iron Bank is going to be pretty significant. And then I want to see more of Braavos. Braavos seems really, really fascinating to me. And if Arya ever gets to Braavos, I think that would be the cherry on top of the Game of Thrones Sunday. So, Season 4, Episode 6, tremendous episode. Tremendous. And I do hope that Episode 7 continues with more Tyrion, because I can't get enough Dinklage. So, we'll dive into that very quickly. Go down, hit subscribe, turn on your notifications, and as always, thank you so much for following me on this initial run through every single episode of Game of Thrones.